What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Food Fitness Family Podcast. It is me, Big Daddy Blankenship, with the Mr. Beautiful Marcus Gates. As always, like and subscribe, leave a comment, helps us get boosted in the algorithm. If you know someone who would like it, make sure to hit that share button and let us know what you think. Marcus, how are you today?
Dude, happy Tuesday.
I know, God, it's been only Tuesday, and I feel like it's been such a long week already, but
I
like in a good
know.
way.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yesterday I got a lot of work done. So did you even ask how the last 7 days was? You just said what's up.
You said what's up? Hey Marcus, how's
What's
it?
up?
How's your last 7 days?
Oh, there you go. I don't know if you were just checking in on me, but no, yeah, last 7 days, I don't even fucking know. Well, first off, last week we recorded with Danny. So if you guys haven't listened to that episode, Danny from owner and operator of Underestimated Apparel, that was a great call. I actually went back and re-listened to it yesterday. Um, but no, last week has been pretty solid. Been buying golf clubs up. I'm starting a new since I have 80 days left before the baby gets here. I figure why not go ahead and start my golf career right now. So I've got all my clubs. I got a new bag and shit. So I'm excited to kind of dive into that for a little bit. But now outside of that, signed up a couple new clients last week, lost another one this morning. Just financial situations. I don't know, man. July just it's always kind of a down month for me, but it was a tough month.
Yeah,
Um Now outside of that though, all good. We finished the nursery. That was a blast. We got that all knocked out, got the crib put together, dresser, storage, chair, like we have everything. Now we're just waiting on a couple little fixtures for the room and um we're gonna like our pictures that are gonna be put up in the room will be concerts that we go to while she's pregnant, while Nicole's pregnant. So we already have two of those posters. We have three more concerts to go to over the next like a month and a half. So then that'll be our the finishing touches to the room. That's
what's up,
about it,
man?
brother. How about yourself?
Man, you know what? It's been a pretty good week. We had a baby appointment yesterday. She is starting to die. She's already 2.5 centimeters dilated, and her cervix is like nice and soft. So
Oh yeah.
honestly, by the time this comes out, the baby should be here because she also lost her mucus plug. So that's good news. On that, baby strong. Finished my third book of the year. I know, three books,
Congrats.
but
Congrats.
we got to start somewhere. I'm almost done with my fourth. I should finish my fourth today. Um, and then I'll start a new one later this week. Yeah, man. I signed up like a good amount of clients. Was it last week? I think maybe. So I've been pretty busy. But like you said, it's just July's kind of been one of those weird months, and I've signed up about as many as I've
Yeah,
lost.
just
So
treading water.
I'm very happy that I'm at least, I don't want to say treading water. I'm at least replaced because treading water makes me feel like I'm like not making enough money or drowning.
No, yeah,
Um,
that's neither of us.
I like to, I actually was up like, I think like $200, which I'll take it. So, it sucks because you're always like, man, if I would have lost all those clients, I'd be here, here, and here.
Yeah.
But it does suck. It is what it is, and fall is coming, and fall is definitely one of my busiest times.
Same.
I would say fall into the winter. So summer, you used to have people they want to take a couple months off. They're traveling. It's
Yeah. They want to let loose
they're
a little bit, that just not be.
they want to let loose, or think about all the people you train. A lot of them have kids. I train a lot of people with kids, but
Yep.
when your
Yep.
kids are in school, it costs more money for the summer. So it's like once they go back to school, they have a lot more disposable income. Things like that.
Well, you also, I feel like you're just doing more things with your kids, and I feel like even my clients without kids, I feel like a lot of people, we've all grown up with that same school mindset. Like we're doing hard work, like we're at school, we're in a routine from like August or September until May, and then
Yeah,
we all kind of like let loose. So it's almost like even if you don't have kids or you don't live in that same routine, you almost stick to a similar routine where it's like the month or the 3 months of summer. It's like whatever, we'll figure it out come fall.
yeah. Other than that, man, I been experimenting with mouth tape while I sleep.
Ooh, there you
I
go.
really,
Suffocating yourself. Is that
dude,
helping?
I actually really like it. Yeah, I feel really good. I almost feel like I have a CPAP again. I sleep better. I sleep harder. Um, and my sleep, I've been actually wearing my watch while I sleep, trying to track my sleep. And
Yeah.
so last night I took some different supplementation. So I'm trying to see what gets me the best sleep because I'm getting my REM sleep, but I'm not getting my deep sleep. So REM sleep is like really important, but deep sleep is what like helps repair the body physically. Um, so I read up on that, and then yesterday I started my first day in a powerlifting program
Ooh.
because now that I don't really plan to compete anytime soon, or if all again, I want to have some fun. Not that training's not fun, but like I want to switch it up a little bit. I want to try something different. And honestly, I kind of just want to feel like a noob.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to learn something. Like
Did
I
you
understand.
did you program it yourself for that?
Oh no, I don't. I mean, I can help with powerlifting, but I can't program it
Yeah.
good. Brandon, actually our manager at Leaf
That's what I was
Summit, he's
wondering.
he's very good with powerlifting. He has a
Yeah.
very good mind for it.
Yeah.
So I'm actually trading him nutrition for programming.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Um, but I enjoyed it. Yesterday was my first day squatting, and I fucking dude, I'm such a pussy. I got like 3 sets in, and I
Yeah.
had to stop. And it wasn't because I was worried about my knees. My knees felt amazing. I felt like when I was warming up, I was like, damn, I think I'm gonna do because I haven't. For those of you who don't know, like I have not squatted
Like a normal barbell back squat.
barbell
Yeah.
squat in probably 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
I just don't like them. I always jacked my back up on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so yesterday, and when I did do squatting, it was like a safety bar or a Smith machine, and
A machine of some sort. Yeah.
I tried to stay as vertical as possible. Okay, to get as much quad and knee flexion. So now I'm switching to a little more of like a mid bar squat
Mhm.
with a little more hip hinge, and I actually felt really good. I was hitting depth great, but it just puts my hamstrings and adductors into positions they haven't been in a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
Along with having to stabilize everything, which normally I'm on like a hack or a leg press or something. So
Yeah.
yeah, after like 3 sets, like my hamstring and my adductor on my left side and my glute were
Bro,
like was like hella tight to where like
you got to stop.
I had to stop. Yeah, and
Bro,
I
I'm so
wasn't
happy you said it because I've been working back into squats as well. Like I'm starting like light. I'm like, getting used to like 10 and 12 reps. So I started like 185, then got up to 225 for like 3 sets the other day. And the weight wasn't too heavy. But yeah, my hamstring, my adductor, my glute, just like all that little tie-in. I was like, I feel like this is gonna fucking rip apart right now.
yeah, that's what it almost felt like it was kind of cramping in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I stopped. I felt bad because I only got to 185. Like I was still warming up, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck, man, this hurts."
Yeah.
But it's I haven't put my body in that type of squatting position in years.
Yeah.
So and I'm sure the muscles are tight, from
I'm
training
so
bodybuilding style.
I'm so happy I'm not
So
just being a
it's
bitch that it's you
yeah,
too.
no,
I
it'll
was like, what is wrong with me? I used to love fucking squatting. Why? I've never had this pain before. And I was like, I
yeah,
think this is getting old, but I'm happy it's just
no, my adductors were sore this morning after just like I literally did the bar
35.
95, 135, 185, but it's just typically I'm vertical with a narrow stance, and now
Yeah.
I'm a little wider, and I let my hips drop back. So it's just I'm putting, I'm lengthening those muscles that just haven't been put in that position in a super
Yeah.
long time. So it's
Yeah.
just gonna take some getting used to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just like I was benching yesterday, and pausing it was hard, but a spoto press was easy. And a spoto press is like where you stop like an inch above your chest and pause it.
Yeah.
That's how I benched for years. So
Mhm.
I feel like I have so much power out of there. But like
Yeah.
dropping that extra inch, I was like, "Ooh, fuck." You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
just getting used to things. Um, so I'm excited for the challenge though.
That is cool. That is
Yeah.
I feel like it's good, especially just in fitness, just to mix it up and try different shit and really kind of delve into it for a little bit. Not just try it for a day, but actually see how that, how your body responds to it. And plus it makes us better coaches too whenever we try the different things. Like I know you've kind of dabbled a little bit more with keto. I know you're learning a lot more about that. And just the more things we trial and error with ourselves, it just gives us a lot more insight with our clients with it. Uh
Yeah.
that's fun though, man. I've thought about that, but I'm also like, I don't know, because I've dealt with injuries over the years as well. That I'm like, I know how to control things and move my body now, like in the way that I can keep growing and get stronger. But it's like I'm not really trying anything new. So I've thought about that, but that's
Yeah.
that's kind of why I got back into squats too. What's cool though, and I feel like something that a lot of maybe our listeners or just normal average people going to the gym is they feel this fear of like they're not doing something correctly, or maybe they're not strong enough to be doing whatever. If this would have been 5 years ago, I would have been embarrassed to have to go do 185 or 225 on squat. I'm like, I don't belong here if that's what I'm doing.
Dude,
But
I felt like
but
such a giant baby.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, we're in body shop, and I'm like Brandon and Aiden, all these cats over here. Max are squatting like 400 or 500 pounds. I'm like, damn, like I used to be in the fours, but it's been so long that I'm like, I'm embarrassed to come over here and do a 185. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm just getting back in a squat. I'm not here to train for anybody else but myself. I just want to get back into this and start feeling stronger again underneath the bar. So it's been fun getting back into it. I'm just recognizing the same weaknesses and muscles that need to be stretched out a little bit.
Yeah, well, I'll be there soon. It's just putting your body into positions where it has not been in a very long time and putting those muscles through a different range of motion than they have not been in a very long time. It's just gonna take time. But
Yeah.
once I'm back in it, man, I'm pretty confident in being able to perform. I mean, I'm in bodybuilding terms, like during my off season last year, I was pretty strong. So it's like it'll be fun to see what I can do when I'm training purely for strength. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So,
That's true. That's true.
well,
Well, good luck with that. Good luck with maintaining that once the baby gets here. So that's kind of what we're talking about today. We're going to do a little bit of just normal bullshitting, but then also, just kind of, Caleb, your baby girl's going to be here possibly this week, possibly in a few weeks. Mine will be here in like 80 or some days. I think we just hit the 28-week mark, and
damn.
you guys are at what, 38 weeks today?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, the baby could very well be here before this even comes out.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just kind of what we want to talk about today was, how we're feeling as dads, or in my situation as a future dad, worries, stresses, anxiousness, all that good stuff with it. So I mean, obviously yours is coming here soon. So how are you feeling at this point? I mean, you've had a kid before, so it's not like this is your first rodeo, but it's your first girl and it's your second kid. So
Yeah, dude, I'm excited and I'm nervous. I think you always, if you have any kids, more than one, I think you always forget how hard the newborn stage is. And the newborn stage really isn't hard as in like they do a lot. It's hard as in like you're exhausted.
yeah.
So I think that's gonna be the hardest part is getting the sleep going. She's very active at night, which is not a good sign for us. So we just hope that she's kind of an easier baby. Um, I'm very excited. I'm getting very anxious now. Like I'm ready to just hold her now. Now that I know she should be here any day, it kind of stresses me out to be away from Tatiana. So today, let's see, today's a Tuesday. We're recording. I'll have like 90 minutes here at the house before I had to go in for a couple sessions. I'll come back, be here for 90 minutes before I have to leave and be gone the rest of the night. So it's kind of stressful to think I could be in Lee Summit and she could go into labor, but it is what it is. You can't change anything. It's when you get towards the end, it's just that waiting game, and you're like, dude, it could literally happen at any moment. And anytime you see your spouse's name pop up on your phone, you're like, is this it? And then
Yeah.
it's not it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very excited.
So
I'm
just
also
anxious, probably anxious
I'm yeah, very
more than
anxious. I'm,
anything.
I'm also terrified to be a girl dad. Uh,
Yeah.
so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. When I found out that it was that we were having a girl, my instant reaction, I went into it expecting it to be a girl. Like I didn't, but I also went into it expecting like kind of either way. Like I was trying to live in that 50-50 so that I wasn't upset either way, or I wasn't too bought into one direction or the other with it. But yeah, when I found out it was a girl, obviously, it took like an hour or so to be like, okay, good, I'm having a girl. But then my next kind of few thoughts with it was, so I grew up competitive baseball like year round from like 7 years old until college, whenever I gave it up. And so I was like, if it was a boy, I know exactly what my next 18 to 22 years look like. Like I know exactly what that's going to look like. There's going to be some differences, but I know I'm going to go through a lot of the same experiences. He's going to go through a lot of the same experiences. And not that that's a bad thing, not that that's something I didn't really want for him. It's just what I would know the best and what I could actually, translate the best with it. So I already knew that that's what I was signing up for and what I was signing the call for as well. Now, with it being a girl, even if we're that competitive with whatever sport she decides to do, or that we all decide to do, it'll be a different experience. And so like I'm not signing myself up for another 20 years of the exact same childhood I had, which was an amazing childhood, but I already know what to expect with that. So I'm excited to have a whole different experience with it.
For sure. Yeah. We bought Maximus his first set of football cleats the other day, and that was fun. It brought back a lot of memories.
Yeah.
But, I don't expect to do that with her. I expect, more like volleyball, cheerleading,
Yeah.
maybe softball, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a different vibe, man. It's like I just kind of came to terms with it a little while ago because when you have one kid and you're gonna have another kid, it's like, yeah, you're excited, but the kid that's already here takes up so much of your time that you're excited, but it's not the same as when you have your first one when everything
Yeah.
just revolves around that
Yeah.
stomach. Does that make sense? Like you still
Oh
have other
yeah.
responsibilities.
Yeah.
But now that we're to the end, it's like I know it's coming, so I can prepare myself better for it.
Yeah.
Um, but like I said before, with Max, I only have to worry about his penis.
Yeah.
Now I have to worry about like all
Every
the
other one.
penises.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel a big like with Maximus. I feel a very how do I put it? A very big responsibility to teach him how to be a man, teach him how to take care of his shit, teach him how to be responsible. If you fuck up, you got to own it and take
Yeah.
care of it. How to treat his mother, how to treat other females, things like that. And people may think I'm very old fashioned, but I if I see a female, I will hold the door. I say yes, ma'am.
That's
You
not a
know,
bad old fashioned
not a
though.
bad old
Plenty,
fashioned.
there's plenty of bad old fashioned ideas and ideals, but that's definitely not one of them.
I want to take care of my wife. I would love for my wife to do nothing more than um, take care of the kids and be a stay-at-home mom. But that's just not the world we live in. And Tatiana, she does work, but a lot of her time is being a mom. But she also has her own life. She goes out, she coupons, she does all this stuff, and that's what I want for her because I don't want her to ever have to feel like she has to work. But at the same time, with our daughter, I feel a very big responsibility to teach her um,
To be independent.
how and I don't want to say independent. I mean independent, but like I think it's okay to be dependent too. I
Yeah.
think some females can be so independent that they shoo
True.
away anyone that could want to
True.
be with them because they're so focused on being
I got my
independent and
shit.
having their
Yeah.
own. And
I
I
I
got my
agree with that.
shit.
I agree with that.
I don't need a man. And it's like, dude, I'm not saying you have to have a man, but I think it takes a strong woman to feel secure enough in herself to let a man into her life and
True.
allow that man some sort of helping her
Yeah.
or I not because it's not like taking advantage. It's like Tatiana helps me just as much
Yeah.
as I help her,
Yeah.
but I want to teach my daughter like what a healthy relationship looks like, what she should look for. I want to have a good relationship with her so she's not out trying to get attention from God knows where. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a very big responsibility, especially in today's world. And we were all young boys once too, so we know what it's like. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Oh, 100%.
how can I can't keep her from getting her heart broken. It's gonna happen, but it's like how can I help her alleviate and weed out as many fucktards or shitheads as possible?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. There's a song uh by Kanye called Violent Crimes. They released in like 2018, I think. It's fucking awesome. But like, so even then, when I didn't have any sort of a kid on the radar or a girl on the radar, that song always kind of made me a little bit emotional, just kind of thinking about if I did have a girl with it. But now that song even hits harder with it. But no, yeah,
There's a
it's
couple of funny videos that Tatiana showed me, and one dad takes his daughter to like she's like 4 and she's been to, like Greece and Africa and they're like, why do you travel so much with your daughter? And he's like, so I can teach her what it's like to have a good life. So she's not impressed by your dusty ass son taking her to Atlanta for the weekend.
yes, yes, yes.
Another one
Yeah.
was like, why do you lift so heavy? So my daughter's not impressed by your dusty ass son only benching 225.
Yes, yes. Which is exactly like I want to set the bar high with that and show her exactly how female should be treated, both how I treat Nicole and her. Uh, but no, man, I'm looking forward to it. At coming back to like my teaching background with it. The boys were awesome. I could be a certain way with them and, be highly competitive and push them like that. But I could also do it with the girls. And it was even more beneficial to do that with the girls because they're not always getting that, or maybe they're already coming into school, whether it be from home or just society. It makes it feel like they're already lesser than. So I looked at that as an opportunity that you're not lesser than whatsoever. You can do everything a boy can do. And I would almost be eager for those opportunities when I heard a boy talking down about that. So I could use that as a teaching moment to that boy, to those girls that he might have been talking to, or the entire class. But yeah, the girls is where I don't know, I was drawn to them and just that relationship that I can kind of cultivate with them, which was awesome. So I'm very excited to have my own and get to do all of that all over again.
Yeah, I'm excited to mess with her. I'm always like messing with Tatiana about girl stuff. It's like she said something the other day. I was like, well, what do you expect? Girls just aren't they can't do what guys can do. We're just better. And
Yeah.
just to like piss her off, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I mean girls are very powerful and girls, women, they do things that men can't do.
Yeah.
I fully do I think that women are equal to men? Absolutely not. But do I think that men are equal to women? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that women can do that men just can't. But on the flip side, there's a lot of things that I feel like men can do that women can't. I may get blasted for that, but we are two totally separate entities, biological makeup, and there's a reason why we were created differently is because we were meant for different things.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what I believe. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I don't think, you know, I don't think guys could ever be as good of mothers or instincts or caretakers. There are some out there, but I just think that is something that is innate inside a woman that like
Yeah.
can't take away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 I can definitely see. I mean, and it probably doesn't, it's not 100% of the time, but no, it definitely leans more towards that. A topic that I've always, that I've thought about, especially as I've learned more and more about, women's health and coaching majority females as well with it though, is like when our daughters are 15, 16, 17 years old, because that's about the time that the normal girl starts birth control. And now knowing what that does hormonally and how that completely I mean, yeah, you don't get pregnant, but everything else happens that's also a huge downfall with it. So it's like, obviously you want to lead with education with it and communication and how to, handle yourself and be smart and all that good stuff. But you still know shit like that's going to be happening. So it's like, what
Yeah.
if she wants to be on birth control? Obviously, I've got to do my job to educate as much as possible about what the doctor's not going to talk about when they say, "Hey, I want to be put on birth control." So, I mean, have you thought about that aspect of it?
Yeah, me and Tatiana have. I think I'd already be the one to end up talking to her about it just because I
Yeah,
understand periods more.
yeah,
At the same time, if she was, I would want to teach her like how to track. There's only like this many days a month, blah
mm-hmm.
blah blah. But honestly, it's even when I talk to my clients, it's like it's not hard. There's only 5 days a month that you can get pregnant.
Yep,
They're five-ish. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is track it. But like I
yeah,
always tell people, like, listen, this is me mansplaining it. I don't deal
yeah,
with it. I don't know how
sure,
you're feeling, what you're going through. I know the ins and outs, but I haven't lived it, so I'm not gonna act like I have.
yep,
So it's like it's much easier to say stuff like that when you're not the one doing it.
exactly. Yeah, very,
It's
very true.
we've all been in the heat of the moment. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And things get crazy, and
Yep.
as soon as it's over, within a split second, you're like,
Fuck. Yeah,
"Did I do?" You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Um, so if she had to go on birth control, I mean, I would want to pick something like that's not hormonal, maybe
yeah,
like a copper IUD.
yeah,
That's like that. If for anyone, if you had to pick one, I would pick the copper IUD because
yeah,
it's not hormonal. So I think that would be the best take. But yeah, man, it's hard.
yeah, yeah.
It's hard.
And I mean that's also 15 years at least away, if not longer than that. So,
Oh,
you shorter than
dude,
that?
dude, girls are getting their periods now at like 9, 10,
Oh,
11, 12. It's pretty and honestly, I know conspiracy here, but it's the water, it's the processed
yeah.
foods,
Oh no, yeah.
it's everything we eat.
I don't think that's a conspiracy. You've seen all that
A
shit get worse and worse and worse over the years. So
lot of girls are getting their periods in like the fifth grade.
yeah, yeah,
It used to be like seventh, eighth.
yeah,
Now it's like fifth.
Yeah, it's crazy shit. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because Nicole and I have kind of chatted about that a little bit, and I don't know. I just feel like at minimum, just education, because I mean, most females know nothing about their period. I mean, again, not that we know from experience, but it's just not really educated. I feel like you have like because at elementary school, when they get in fifth grade, like me and the other male principal, we would go through like the boys. Now it's not sex ed, it's like puberty talk, and then you'd have to do the same thing with the girls. So the girls would go out with the fifth grade teachers and have those talks, and it's a pretty informative video. But I mean, really, what is a 30 or a 20-minute video really going to explain in the grand scheme of things? It's giving you some basics. It's making sure that you're not surprised when certain things are happening, but it's not really going to give you the ins and outs of it all. um, so yeah, and I don't really see education reform happening in the areas that it should happen, in terms of our physical health, of our finances, of just all the basic shit that we should be getting more of.
No, not at all, man. I don't think it's going to happen. So
No,
it's just up to us to help educate. But it's a hard conversation. I'm sure your daughter is not going to want to talk to her dad about her period.
no,
You
no,
know,
probably not, probably not.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
But you'd be surprised how many adults don't know about periods. I talk to girls all the time in consults, and I tell them
that's what I'm
what they're
saying.
feeling, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm feeling that." Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Anything else though? You feeling? I mean, so that, I mean, how long did that last with Max? Like the whole not sleeping and fucking
Dude.
every 3 hour feedings. Like, how long
Oh,
does that shit last?
Max was every 2 hours on the hour,
Of
like
wanting food?
clockwork of wanting food. I it got a little better. I don't really remember like when he started like sleeping better. I only remember 18 months because that man woke up once a night,
You say
at
18 months?
least 18 months, bro. A year and a half. Oh,
Oh my
yeah, a
god.
year and a half. So like, dude, I remember one night because we lived in a townhouse, so his room was upstairs, and if he woke up, we would just teamwork it, and one would go upstairs and change the diaper, and the other one would go make a bottle and toss it up. And I was like fucking raging. I was so angry. And Tatiana was like, "What is wrong?" And I was like, at that time, I think he was like 15 months. I was like, "He's 15 months. He should be sleeping by now." I'm talking every night, dude.
That's
Every
crazy.
clockwork. It was like 3 a.m. every night. I was like, I'm exhausted, because I was working a ton at the time too.
Yeah.
And I remember at 18 months he started sleeping through the night because when he started sleeping through the night, he stopped napping.
Mm.
So that's another thing is that like most kids at like 3 or 4, they're still taking a nap, bro.
Yeah.
Max has not napped since he was 18 months. You get him all day, you don't get away from him. It's like because like when he was younger, he would nap around. He'd wake up at like 6:30, 7. He would nap around 11:30 and then nap around 3:30, hour, hour and a half. And then it went down to one nap a day at like noon, 1 o'clock, and then dude, it just fucking left. So then it was like, I mean, God, do I rather wake up in the middle of the night or do I
Yeah.
get a break during the day? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So hopefully this one fucking naps. That'd be nice.
Naps and sleeps through the night.
Dude,
Both
yeah. It's
both would be
like
amazing.
we'll be out. People are like, "Oh, sorry, our kid needs to go take a nap." He's 3, and those nap for like 2.5 hours. I'm like, bro, what's that like? Like if Max naps during the day, he's
He's
sick.
sick. He's
Like
sick.
he does
Yeah,
not
he's
feel
not feeling
well,
good.
and that's how you
I hate a
know.
nap. I hate a naps too. I love a nap now, but I don't want to carve out the time to go do it. I'm like, I got other shit I can be doing or should be doing.
I I know it has been years, but like I really cannot remember the last time I napped.
I think I had one earlier this summer. I like made it a point. I was like, sometime in June, I'm gonna force myself to go take a nap, and it did feel good. But
Because he also won't let you nap.
oh, awesome.
Because if he's
He's like,
down,
no, no, no.
your eyes closed, he shakes your face and tells you to wake up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's
I've been
fun.
sleep deprived for 6 years.
Well,
going at it again.
good luck with her. Hopefully she's a little bit smoother with it.
So we'll see how you feel. You know how like prep tiredness, like towards the end,
It's just
that's
like that.
almost what it's like.
It's just
Yeah,
like
it's
that
just
forever.
yeah, not forever, but it's at
But yeah,
least like the first 6 months to a year where
yeah,
you're just fucking exhausted all the time.
that sounds great. That's been my biggest fear about having a kid. It literally hasn't been any other aspect. It's I don't like fucking feeling tired, and I know I'm just signing up to just feel tired all the time.
Yeah.
My buddy just had his boy, their first kid, on like a Friday or two ago, and we went and got to meet him on that Sunday, and adorable. It's the first time I've ever actually been around a baby that I was like happy to be around, because usually I'm like, don't bring me that kid over here to me until it's like 2 or 3 and has a personality, can talk a little bit. Then I'll fuck around and like talk with that kid. But like an infant, not my thing.
So boring.
But no, he was adorable though. It was really, really cool just to see like Brad kind of go through that experience of getting holding his son for the first time. I'm like, I can't wait. Now I really, really can't wait to do that with my own daughter. But I texted him earlier this week, was like, or last week, I was like, how's it going, man? He's like, dude, it's crazy that getting a 2 hour nap feels like I slept for 2 weeks. Like he's
Yeah.
like, it's like the most amount of sleep I feel like I've ever had, and it's only for 2 hours here or there. He's like, it's absolutely crazy. But he's like, also, it's already so amazing at the same time. So I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah, it's cool, man. You know, they tell the moms like, "Oh, you guys should nap when the baby naps." Okay, well then they're like, I can't just pass out as soon as the baby's asleep. And what if they want to cook? What if they want to do laundry or clean? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
there's
That's what
other shit.
Tatiana was last
Yeah,
time. She's like, I have other shit I have to do. I can't just nap.
yeah,
And I mean, I help clean the kitchen. I'm just not a good cleaner because Tatiana hates the way I clean it. I'm not allowed to touch laundry because I'll jack it up.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It's hard. And yeah, dude, it's just the sleep stuff. And then you have some babies that'll sleep through the night. You have some babies that'll wake up every hour. And then you'll have some nights where like they're sleeping and then you're up. And then I remember one night in particular, it was like Max is like 2 weeks old, I think. I was up from like 3 a.m. on because he just had gas. So I let Tatiana sleep and I just farted and burped him for like 3 hours.
That's fun.
He just like farted into my hand the whole time. And then I was up the whole day till like 11 o'clock and
Oh
then
my god.
sleep deprived the next night.
Ah, shit.
Uh,
How many weeks are you gonna? I mean, obviously, everything could completely change once baby gets here, and different needs require different things. And the good thing is you have flexibility. It's not like you have a work that's like you have to be back here in 2 weeks.
yeah. Yeah, I'm
You're the
very
boss. You can change it. And really, like I'm pumped about that too. I mean, I will literally be a stay-at-home dad for the majority of at least the first year and a half until like, and really that might change too. Just because I'm going into that, I might need like a couple days a week where I have to send that fucking baby girl away so I can actually get some shit done, which I expect that I will. But the nice thing is I have the luxury that if I just have to work more in the evenings when Nicole gets home and takes control of the baby, then I can do that. But yeah, what's your timetable that you're looking at?
Yeah. You can't just like dive in and work for like 5 hours straight. You're gonna
Yeah,
be interrupted.
yeah,
Yeah, I plan to take 4 weeks off.
4 nights,
Um,
awesome.
no, 4 weeks.
4 weeks, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you said 4 nights.
Oh no, 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 4 weeks, 4 weeks.
Four
It's
weeks. Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That'll be
Yeah,
good
when
for you.
Max was born, we left the hospital, I think at like 3 o'clock that afternoon. Well, after it, because you have to stay a couple days.
Yeah.
And I was up at like 5 a.m. to leave the next day for work. So
Oh fuck.
we're in a much better position now. I can still work from home a lot because I have, emails, I have the coaching. So I still will be working. I'm not just taking 4 weeks off.
Yeah.
When we first said that, Tatiana was like, "Oh yeah, you're not gonna do anything." I was like, "Well, I have my coaching." She's like, "Thought you were gonna take 4 weeks off." I'm like, "I can't just
Okay,
tell
just
these people I'm not doing this for 4 weeks. Like,
yeah. 1 week is one thing, but yeah, 4 weeks is
say you
like
lose all your clients."
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no shit.
So,
Well, not
but
to mention
lucky,
half of them are competitors that are like, yo, bro,
yeah, yeah,
we got a
yeah.
show coming up.
So it'll be nice, man. I'm excited to be home. I'm excited to help. I'll start at 4. If I need to go to 6, I will. It's just really going to depend on how she's feeling, how the baby is.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
don't know how like sometimes baby blues or
mhm,
can affect the moms differently.
yeah,
So I just want to be here and be prepared and be able to help as much as I can since I couldn't last time. I mean, last time, the first 6 months of Max's life, I was kind of non-existent because I had to work so much.
yeah,
I didn't know what he liked, how what he liked to eat.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't know shit, and I was like, I felt like a piece of shit. But it was
Yeah.
like
You also had to pay
my
the bills though, and like
yeah, I had to pay the bills. My
keep
role
things
at that
moving.
time was providing.
Yeah.
Now I'm in a better spot where I can provide and help at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for that. I'm still gonna get to go train. Tatiana's gonna let me out of the house to go work out because she knows I'll go literally insane if I
Without
can't leave the
something.
house. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I have to leave the house. I can't just
Yeah.
stay in the house all day.
Yeah.
Um, and it'll help me get out a little bit and give, maybe give us a break. Not saying that we need a break, but it's like I know I'm gonna annoy the shit out of her because once I'm cooped up at home, I'm just
Yeah, yeah,
like
you're there for 4 weeks doing absolutely nothing else other than a little bit of check-ins intermittently throughout the day, and yeah,
throughout the day, one day. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, I'm excited though. You're gonna take time off?
yeah. I'll probably take off probably about the same amount of time in terms of like things I have to go do. I'll still maintain all my coaching schedule and everything else like that. Like our weekly Zoom calls. If I can make it, I will. If not, then you know, it is what it is on that. But in terms of the my overall check-ins and programming and stuff, I'll still be doing that. And that, again, that's a big luxury of what we do. And that was also, you know, carefully selected in terms of the business I was going to start doing and how I was going to set things up because I want that flexibility.
Oh
And
yeah.
so yeah, that allow really nothing to change for my clients. Maybe delayed response times on certain things here and there, but I mean, 75% of my clientele are parents that, you know, understand it. So they'll definitely understand that as well. But yeah, that's kind of what I envision as taking, at least a month off from like in-person training. But really that's my only like big requirement that forces me to leave the house besides like other voluntary things I choose to go do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll just be all online. So I'm looking forward to that, getting quality time at home with Nicole and obviously just the baby girl. But then I think Nicole gets like 10-ish weeks that she'll be
That's
taking.
badass.
10 or 12. I'm with that being a small business, it's around the holidays, so that's a tough time for them. But at the same time,
No, that was like the last. That was like the worst time that she wanted to give birth.
yes, that was. I mean, our intention was to actually try to get pregnant like this spring, so that we would get past the holidays. She could work all through the holidays, and then have the baby like next, late winter after the new year. But shit doesn't work out the way you plan it to. So I was like, well, it is what it is. And
She probably
yes,
blamed. She mad at you?
huh?
Was she mad at you? She blame you?
No. Well, no, because like you said, I mean, that was the thing though, is that we were trying to stay outside of like her ovulating window, and I don't know. I guess they were strong enough. They lived long enough in there that they were able to get the job done. But
I can only imagine Nicole going and telling the owner that like
hey,
she's gonna be out during the seasons, and she's just like,
during November and December, their
yeah,
busiest money making time
yeah,
possible. But it'll be all right though. And like my thing with it is, and I don't know what it will be like once the baby gets here and what's actually feasible. But I'm like, the good thing is we don't live far away from that. I'll be home anyway. It's not like I have to go somewhere to go do some work. So like if you do need to pop in there and help out here and there, if you want to. She might not want to. And honestly, I don't think her employer really wants her to. I think she wants her to be present at home and not put that work stress on her, which is awesome as well that she's not being pulled and forced to kind of go back sooner or feeling like she has to.
for sure.
But yeah, that's just the next step though, is that what does life look like there after that? Because obviously, if I'm home all day with a baby, obviously I am looking forward to that. That's part of the reason why I love teaching. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that all looks like. So I'm excited for it. I'm nervous for that aspect, but really outside of that, I feel like there's plenty of fucking dumb people that raise kids. I'm like, if they could do it and have
I
healthy,
did it.
exactly healthy enough kids, I'm like, there's no way that between Nicole and I, and then all of our friends and family that also have raised kids or are raising kids, it's cool that some of my closest friends, you and my buddy Brad, buddy Ryan, are all having kids at the same time. So yeah, it's nice to be doing it with other people.
I know, and Chad ruined it. He was right there.
Oh, that motherfucker.
I know that would have been dope.
Yeah, but well, good shit, man. Thanks for kind of open up with it. I mean, we didn't have to share anything that's like too heavy on us, which is nice. But
Well, I'm ready, baby. Hopefully, by the time this gets here, um, by the time we post this, hopefully the baby will be here.
Hopefully so. Hopefully so. So if you
I
guys
gotta
don't,
stop messing around and get this thing out.
yes, yeah, just bullshitting. But
Next
no,
week time.
if you guys don't hear from us, if you don't see another recorded podcast soon, obviously you know why. So it might be another couple weeks or so since you.
I
don't
didn't think
hear from
you
us.
were gonna make
Oh,
it.
Max made it.
I didn't think you were gonna make it.
What up, dude?
Hi.
How you doing? You sleep good?
Mm-hmm.
You sleep well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did.
Talk louder.
Are you are you gonna play some Sonic today, Max?
What do you say?
Are you gonna play Sonic today, Max?
Are you gonna play Sonic today?
Yes.
Yeah, I love Sonic.
Max,
I
did you tell your dad you let me play on your iPad the other day after I gave you a water?
Yeah. So I got a new character at Dawn Race. So I got Tails, the alligator,
Ooh, the alligator.
What else?
and the little god Sonic.
And
I got 8.
Amy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Amy?
No, I got not
Knuckles.
Knuckles.
Oh, you got Knuckles. I knew that one.
And uh so oh God, I don't even name it.
Eggman.
No, I don't have the X-Men.
Oh, I don't know that. I don't know
Don't
who
have
it
Eggman
is.
yet. Max,
Shout.
Shadow.
No.
Shout.
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 No.
Shout. I don't know what that is.
Max,
Shout.
Max, next time I play your game, can I be the alligator?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Nice. Awesome.
All
Thanks.
right. Well, have a good day.
Well, have a good day.
Let's go out there. I'll be out there soon. Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Max. Oh, that's always a good way to end the call.
Dude, Maximus has morning breath that will like melt the paint off a car.
I think you said that before. That's
Dude, it's like he just like when he doesn't know something, he'll like whisper like "What's
and he like really pushes the air out.
that in my ear, and I think my brain overheated from the heat. It went into my ear canal.
Oh, that's delightful. Well, you go enjoy your morning with him, brother. Everybody else have a good week. Like I said, if you don't hear from us for a week or 2 weeks or a month or whatever that looks like,
Because I had a baby, so get off my back.
then you know why. Then you know why. But all right, cool, brother. Well, I will talk to you soon. Good luck this week if I don't see
Yeah,
you.
man.
But all right, man.
Talk to you soon, broski.
All right, see you.
Bye.